Hello everybody, hope you're well. Just wanted to do a little video about positivity and really consistency, which for me I kind of find are two of the same thing really. And what I mean by that is obviously being positive with a chronic condition is incredibly difficult. And when you have flare-ups and stuff with fibromyalgia, as many of you will know, it's so much harder to sort of focus on the positive things going for you and you sort of process and all the rest of it. But why I say positivity and consistency is kind of one of the same thing. I really mean when you're having those better days, it really is best to be consistent in terms of trying to do some sort of activity, whether that be a small 5-minute walk. It really is beneficial, and it certainly I've found throughout my condition so far, is when I am feeling really shite, then there is times when obviously I'm too weak and I can I'm getting better at reading that now, so when I know I really shouldn't go outside, I won't. Luckily those days are quite rare, but certainly there's been plenty of times when I've gone out feeling crap. Pain's one element to it, but pain and sort of that side of things you can fight quite well to a certain degree. It's more the fatigue. The fatigue is the real bitch of fibromyalgia, by a mile really. I would outrank that only initially by nausea, but because I've got better grip to that by diet change, and for me that was dairy free, and others have had other successes elsewhere, but for me so far dairy free has been my benefit, change, a positive change to making my symptoms a little bit more bearable. Because that really was mixed with fatigue, nausea. It was really hard. It was very, very difficult. On many days I've just felt this, enough's enough. This is really, too much. But I struggled on and I made changes, and luckily I found that's, by doing my own research, none of the food stuff I get from the doctors. You don't expect any nutritional stuff from your doctors. They're medical professionals, some of them anyway at least. Anyhow, yeah, it's consistency on the days I'm feeling better, on even the days when I'm feeling rough, but we struggle on, and that's where the consistency lies. Struggling on, going out and doing that small 5-minute walk, or a bit longer if you can, is where I've found the real benefits. So me going out for my toaster walks, and I love to, if you know me, I love my dog Toby, and there's lots of photos. There's probably more of him on Instagram than me, and that's probably a good thing when you've got a face like this. But yeah, it's good to get out and get the fresh air, get the body moving, because one thing is for sure, and it seems to be tried and tested, and from what other people with my condition have said, is the people that do suffer with the pain, if they just sort of sit there and dwell on it and not try and move, it can sort of prolong the agony really. So yeah, a bit of movement, minimal movement, good. Going crazy and trying to just go for a run, maybe not, unless you've been building to that, but certainly I wouldn't just go out now and try and do a sprint for 15 minutes, because it'd come back absolutely fucked for starters even. And I imagine that would take a good solid week probably in my current condition to get better from that, if not longer. So yeah, consistency in trying to be as sort of active as possible, but just not taking the piss with it really, and just as I'm trying to do, learn that barrier, learn that fine line between not moving enough, and doing too much and regretting it quite quickly after, or the next day actually, with fibre. But yeah, I'm just trying to stay positive in these times. I've had a better day today. One thing I would say that's been a benefit from going to these sort of health specialist trying to think. Brain fog. Not therapist. She's not really a therapist. If she is, she's not a very good one. But occupational health specialist. Fucking hell, got there in the end. One thing from that is sort of mention of, you know, the positives that I am doing, and she goes over the stuff I'm doing. Also, she says, "Oh, that's good," and I think, you know what? Yeah, they are good. It's a positive step moving forward from where it was at. Though my mobility's got worse than it was, say, 6 months ago, hence me not being in work currently and all the rest of it. I'm seeing the positives of the changes I've made to get rid of the nausea, or at least relieve it as much as physically possible at this time, and then getting out and doing the walks, you know, Toby and stuff, and going out and doing the odd bit of shopping, and the filming I did for my sister recently. They're all, you know, all positive steps in terms of me trying to be more active and moving forward. So that's what I'm trying to say. Anyhow, I'm going to stop this video here because I'm just going to do one of those all over the place videos, which, let's face it, are all of them. Speak to you in the next one. See you soon.